into my mind. Slide into my mind, into my mind.
And that was Go a Little Deeper with Anthony DeFina. Join back with Anthony. Welcome back, Anthony.
Thanks, Tim.
So now, you mentioned your videos earlier. Are they up on YouTube where people can go check them out?
Yeah, they can go to www.youtube.com/Anthony DeFina. The porn star videos up there. I've actually got quite a few videos up there as far as interviews. The tracks are up there with images, and there's actually quite a good, interesting video to the track "Jesus Loves Me" that I think maybe your listeners would find interesting.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll put some links in the show note for that.
Yeah, no problems.
Yeah, so now let's talk a little bit about where your music's been playing around the world. You mentioned earlier some of the places. Is it being picked up by DJs in like South America and in Europe and the US?
Well, that's the funny thing with music is you don't know where sometimes it is being played. I know that a few DJs in the UK have taken the track, and a couple of guys at Remix Go a Little Deeper in Spain. It's been played a bit over there, so I think it has. There are a couple of tracks that have snuck their way into the club scenes. I know that my track, If You Want My Love, the tribal mix from London, has been played in clubs in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
I also had a friend that went to the US not too long ago and had heard Porn Star on a radio station there, so I was trying to find out which radio station it was. As far as Australia, we have a couple of stations here that are playing my music. One particular is Joy FM, which has been a big supporter of my music for the past 4 years. Yeah, so there are a few places out there that are playing the music, and we have a link at the moment that we've set up for DJs, where DJs can outsource the songs through the label, or if they want to play the music.
Very cool.
I'm not sure. There is a special site though where DJs go. So if they like a song by Anthony DeFina, they go to this. They can go to this pool and pick the remix out, and they download it and play it in the club.
Well, let's talk a little bit about where you're going to be performing anytime soon, where people can come in and check out your show.
Sure. Well, we're performing in from Melbourne for people within Australia. We are performing in Melbourne at a great club called Jet Black, and that's on the 30th of October. That's the official launch of the album. We might be looking at doing once a month at Jet Black. We also are in talks with a club in Sydney called Arc. We're looking at going there in November. And we have a couple of festivals in the new year that we've got planned for around Australia. I'm also setting my sights on maybe heading back to the UK probably early next year as well. I'm probably doing a few club shows there. So, it's one of those things where you kind of go where the music kind of takes you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Now, do you have any plans to do Sydney's Pride?
Yeah, I haven't put much thought into it yet. Mardi Gras is something that I've always wanted to do because I believe I do have a strong following with the gay community in Australia. So I wouldn't mind performing a couple of my tracks next year at Mardi Gras. It actually probably looks like something I really love to do because it is a lot of fun. I've done a few. I did the Pride Festival in Melbourne. I did their Midsummer Festival last summer. I performed that in Melbourne in the park, and they're all quite fun. So looks like it's a good possibility. You might get. Might put the idea forward.
Well,
we might have to change around a few pole dancers and get a few more boys in.
Well, you have the ladies in there for the lesbians too. So
we might, yeah. Oh, well, that's true. I might have to send you an email, Tim. Maybe you can come with a mate or something and have a dance with me.
I don't know if you'd want to see that, but
okay. Come on, we'll teach you.
Yeah. So now, do you have any plans to make it to the States at some point yet?
Yeah, look, to be honest with you, I have a lot of family there, and I'm working closely with a producer in Miami. His name is Jesus Perez. He's actually done a few remixes for me. He's done the remix of Porn Star, which he did an amazing job with. We're actually working on a couple of new tracks together. So I am looking at coming out there and probably having a second base. I'm trying to judge, should it be London or America, but I'd definitely love to come out to America, probably stay there for a year and probably commute from Australia and set up a few shows around there and work with a few more producers there for the next album.
Well, cool. Well, I wish you all the best of luck with that. I hope to get to see you when you come on over. It'd be a fun show.
Absolutely, Tim, and I'll keep you posted on everything and all they're doing there. I actually have a publishing deal as well with the Royalty Network in New York. So they have my music there, and they kind of try and push my music for TV and movies and stuff like that. So
that's awesome.
Also, if I could mention the music, it is on iTunes, but is unsigned in the US. So if anyone enjoys the tracks they're hearing, we would like to hear from you.
That would be awesome to get you signed with the U.S. label. So,
well, you never know.
You never know. It could happen. So now I always like to ask artists about the benefit fundraising work they've done because I think it's important that the fans and people who love the music actually see how how artists are giving back to the community. So why don't we talk about that for a little bit?
Yeah. I think I came through a time of my life where I have a couple of friends and I had found out that one was HIV positive and it kind of like hit me hard and sort of thought, what can I do here, or how can I contribute to what's going on out there? Because I believe we're all on this world to just do something that will help someone. So I got involved with the Burnet Institute in Australia, which are one of the leading researchers with HIV and transmitting diseases, and they work out of the Alfred in Melbourne. And I had a couple of meetings with them, and they found my music quite interesting, and I found their research quite interesting. So I went to one of their open days where they show you how they research for HIV, and that led to me being offered to be a guest speaker for World AIDS Day, which was quite flattering for me. And I ended up performing for World AIDS Day, and I more or less did a lot of research on it, and my message was that HIV is a livable condition now. If you take good care of yourself and keep up with treatment, HIV is something that you can live a long, healthy life with. So that was my message, instead of all the negative messages that are out there. So that's what I spoke about for World AIDS Day, and I like to contribute to these guys whenever they need help, and that's my little input to for the gay community and the whole community, if I should say, because HIV just does not lie with the gay community.
Absolutely not.
It lies with the whole world.
Yeah, living in Washington, D.C., I've heard the statistics that, I think 10% of the population in D.C. is actually HIV positive, which is pretty frightening.
But, 10%?
Yeah, it's really high, but it's a lot of IV drug use and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It goes into people that drug use, and there's a lot of women out there with HIV as well. So I think it's an awareness for everybody.
Absolutely.
So
let me ask you this: what's your next long-term career aspiration? What's the next big thing you want to do?
Wow. I'm absolutely stoked that I have this album and I've finally put it together and I'm blessed with it. And I said to myself, you know what, even if I don't sell 10 copies, I won't be too disheartened. Well, deep down I probably would, but I'm just happy that I got an album. But I'd love to do another album or two, probably, into a new direction of music. I see myself maybe co-producing a few tracks one day, and one thing that I've always wanted to do and I've always studied, I would like to get into a bit of acting. I would like to do some acting, so I don't know, maybe that will draw me to the US. Maybe my track Porn Star, Hollywood is the Place of Dreams will bounce back on me.
Well, I wish you all the best of luck with that.
Yeah, so I'd love to be in a movie one day. I'd love to do a bit of acting. This is quite funny because I actually started acting school before I actually started into music, and then for some reason it turned around and I started writing songs and became more of a musician. Yeah, but something that I'd definitely love to do one day, yeah.